Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me again. This is your daily tarot for Monday, August 26th, 2024. And I'm using the Astro Matrix Tarot, and I have allowed for reversals. So, general rule, which, I kind of tired of saying the same thing every day, but I have to say, if this reading doesn't fit you, please just take it as a lesson in the card meanings. Unless you don't want to learn tarot, and you're here for another reason, like for personal guidance, and it doesn't fit you, I would suggest getting a personal reading, and then I can promise it will fit. I've never had, ever had a reading with somebody that said, "What? This doesn't make any sense." So, Monday, August 26th, and we are so close to the end of Mercury retrograde, just 2 more days. Ooh, okay. In the morning, we have the Tower reversed. The Page of Swords is our theme for the day. And then possibly the evening, or later afternoon even, it's a Magician reversed. So the simple message would be to keep your eyes, ears, everything, all your senses open for new information that's going to come in, and it could be something that helps you avert some type of a disaster. Now, because the swords are, any type of written information, this could be something online, like a phishing scam, like maybe you get an email that's like, wait, what? Or maybe you find something online that, maybe you come across something online today that brings through information that keeps you from buying something that, because with the Magician here, I'm thinking, the sales, buying something that actually would be bad for you, like double check everything. You'd be surprised as to the things that keep coming up. I keep seeing things about all different types of medications that cause Alzheimer's, and they're super, just normal, like the type that people use every day, for, what do you call it, GERD or whatever, gastro disorders. And what is it when you have acid reflux? I guess that's what GERD's about. But, tummy issues, all different types of things. So if, I'll just put this out there as a blanket statement that's always good. If you're taking any type of prescription, it's always, and even a supplement, do your research, do your due diligence. None of us should ever take a prescribed medication just because the doctor tells you without going. I used to, years ago before we had the online references, I used to get a physician's desk reference every year. It was like about that thick. And, because when you have kids, it's like they get prescribed things for every little thing that comes up. And I always wanted to know, okay, well, what about this or this or this? So, like I said, do your own due diligence so that you can avoid a disaster. The tarot reverse is about avoiding problems, avoiding major problems. And maybe it is, when it's the first card coming out, I always tend to think, well, maybe it's something that came through dream time that it helps you to, get the information that you've needed and keep yourself away from things that aren't good for you, formulations even. This is, of course, Tesla here, and it's electricity. So maybe you do live in an area that's having thunder and lightning, and when those things happen, it's like atmospheric changes can cause a person to feel like top heavy, like in their head, can cause you to feel really thick, like a swollen brain kind of situation. And I get that feeling. I mean, there's a lot of electricity here, and then we've got the air here. So if you're living in an area that is going through some storm, lightning, I had it a couple days ago, and one day it was pretty bad for me. Not painful, but just like, ugh. And here we are with the tower reverse, where the top, the head, here's the eye, and it's down at the bottom, and everything's kind of, coming at it. So that's just one possibility with this combination. Sometimes we get the tower when there's a fear of change, because it's ruled by Mars and Uranus. Mars is a traditional ruler. I go with Uranus as well, because it usually happens, or it seems like it happens suddenly. But Mars is our planet that moves energy, and it moves us in the direction that we really want to go, but we maybe don't know that yet. And most people want things to stay the same. That way, I guess we do feel secure, but we do need change. Change is just a part of life. But that change doesn't have to be scary. It can be openings where we have revelations and things come through like sudden guidance that helps you remember who you truly are. Because, when the tower's upright, I see it as, breaking through to the real self. So maybe there's a little holding on to a false self that makes you feel safe. Like, if I just be this way, then I still have love. I still have what I need. Or, the job, even though the job doesn't suit you, something like that, it could be. But then again, back to that physical level, the tower reverse can be an infection or a fever. Again, the head, right? And it can be about lies. It can be about anger. When it's reversed, it can be about somebody kind of coming at you fast and furious with all these words, and they're not thinking. And that is especially the preponderance of issues right now with, we've had Mars and Jupiter in Gemini, and I can't remember which day. I forget. I don't have my iPad in here actually, but I did the astrological forecast for the week. I uploaded it last Thursday, and I do remember we had one of those days in there. We had the moon sandwiched in between. I think it was Monday and Tuesday. I think it was Monday. The moon was in Gemini. I could be wrong, but somewhere in there. So that might be today. That might be for today. I mean, I did it last Thursday. It's kind of out of my head mostly. So if you haven't seen it, just go look. I put the timestamps in, and you can go through each day. But anyway, the moon and Mars and Jupiter in Gemini is just a lot of energy that comes from words, and it may be something that creates a tremendous amount of arguments and anger, and then also sometimes because the tower, it's like somebody is falling, right? So upright or reversed, and it's ruled by Mars, it can be, because that's so much action, it can be an accident. So be careful, be really careful. And like I always say, don't have rugs around your house. Nobody needs a damn rug anywhere. You don't need rugs in your bathroom, maybe in front of the kitchen sink, and that's it. The other ones for wiping your feet can be outside on the porch where you're more careful walking around anyway. It's the rugs inside the house that usually cause us to catch our shoes on or catch an edge and trip. And yeah, you don't want to do that. So that could be some separate, like morning time information. But this magician reversed, now this to me is somebody who is manipulating, and somebody who is a scam artist, con artist, somebody who's lying. Or it could just be confusion, or it could be some planning that didn't happen, it didn't go as planned, or the need for better planning. Maybe planning didn't happen at all. And then other times when he comes through reversed, I think of, because he's ruled by Mercury, and that rules all forms of communication. And when it's reversed, then I think, oh, the communication didn't come through. The email didn't come through. or you got incorrect advice that, would be really nice to have gotten the right way. And then because Mercury rules, all the communication areas in our brain, this could be, some, again, issues both here. Issues with the head. Like I don't want anybody out there slipping and falling and hitting their head. So please be careful today. Yeah. But delays. I feel like, at the least it would be delays in information, and maybe somebody's waiting for an apology because somebody used some unkind words, and maybe it doesn't come until late. Maybe you wake up in the morning and it comes, but it was sent the night before, you didn't get it, something like that. Or maybe it never comes, and you just have to be okay with it and forgive and forget kind of thing. Well, you don't have to, but yeah, life moves on. So, okay, anyway, I hope it's a wonderful day for you, and I hope none of these cards apply to you, and it's just a lesson in the meanings. Okay, bye.